everyone, I'm Tress. Welcome back to Lash Artistry 101, the series where we take you from beginner to master in 1 year. Today's video is on lash mapping, an important must when learning to create the lash sets of your dreams. Lash mapping will do so much for the outcome of your lash sets, help you provide what your client wants, flattering their eyes and their face, and provide more symmetrical results from one eye to the next. Whether you're a seasoned artist or just starting out, mastering lash mapping is a game changer that will elevate your artistry and ensure your clients keep coming back for more. In this video, we'll discuss what lash mapping is, how exactly to do it, and what maps are the most commonly used in the industry that are going to create the results that you and your clients are looking for. There's a lot to cover, so let's go. We'll begin with the basics. What exactly is lash mapping? A lash map is essentially a guide we create as lash artists to plan out the lengths and curls we'll use during the application process. It's like a blueprint for success. It ensures your results and helps you create consistency. Lash maps are drawn directly onto the iPad or the tape that sits below your client's eye. These markings divide the lash line into sections indicating the specific lengths and curls for each area. While it may not seem as crucial as your lashing technique, mapping plays a vital role in creating the kind of results that will help you develop a loyal clientele that keeps you booked. So first and foremost, mapping provides structure and precision. It helps ensure symmetry between the eyes and creates a balanced and polished end result. A well thought out and balanced lash map includes shorter lashes on the inner corners and uses at least 4 to 5 consecutive lengths to create smooth transitions across the lash line. This thoughtful approach prevents the eyes from appearing downturned or uneven, or even having your clients open their eyes with you surprised as to what you're looking at. Mapping also saves you time and energy during the application. So instead of guessing where each length belongs, you can focus on perfecting placement, attachment, and direction. Skipping mapping often leads to inconsistent results, surprise reactions when your clients open their eyes, and wasted time trying to figure out what lengths go where mid-session. There are, however, a few situations when mapping isn't strictly necessary. For instance, if you've worked with a client multiple times and are very familiar with their preferences, mapping might not be needed. Similarly, when creating an alternatural look by following the client's natural lash lengths or filling in shorter lengths to add density to a map, you might skip mapping altogether. When it comes to lash mapping, there are some universal rules you should always follow to achieve the best results. The first rule is to use at least 4 to 5 lash lengths in every map. This ensures smooth, natural-looking transitions and avoids harsh-looking steps between lash lengths. To me, this means that you start with short inner corner lengths, say 8 millimeters long, and you use each and every length in between up to your longest length, for example, 13. So you'd be using 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 consecutively. Then you'd use that same concept going back down to a shorter length on the outer corner. The second rule is to always keep your inner corners at or below 9 millimeters long. This may seem short, but it prevents discomfort and it protects the natural lashes, which are often shorter, finer, and more delicate in this area. This is the area where I often only extend the natural lash by 1 millimeter or 2 at the most. Lastly, make sure that the longest lash length you use is no more than 3 millimeters longer than your client's natural lashes. This not only maintains the health of their lashes, but also enhances the final look and makes sure that it's balanced and flattering. It's important to know that these are the rules as a beginner, and we'll go into more advanced techniques and safe ways to bend those rules with lengths and mapping later in this series. In a moment, we'll go over the most common lash maps we use, but for now, let's address the practical steps. To create a lash map that is easy to follow and keep you on track, choose a fine point marker like a Sharpie instead of a regular pen. Then we are going to draw short lines directly onto the gel pad or tape, indicating where we want to change lengths throughout our set. You can start with marking the inner and outer corners to use as your guidelines to stay within. I personally like my map to stay out of the natural lash area, so the pigment of the marker doesn't interfere with my line of sight during application. But if you find yourself struggling with shorter lines further away from the eyelid, it is an option to draw them all the way down to the lash line. After that, we'll draw in which lengths we want in each section, and that's it. Understanding your client's eye shape and eyelid type is crucial to creating a lash map that enhances their natural features. Okay, let's move on to your options with the most commonly used lash maps. First, we have a natural map. This one is made to mimic how the natural lashes commonly grow. Shorter lengths on the outer corner, the longest lengths under the arch of the brow, and then tapered back down to the shortest lengths on the inner corner, like this. Next, we have a cat eye map. One of the most common maps requested by clients, the defining characteristics of a cat eye map are the longest lengths being used on the outer corner, tapered down to the shortest lashes on the inner corner. Think winged eyeliner. That's the effect most clients are looking to achieve when they ask for this. However, putting the longest lengths on the outer corner can sometimes cause a droopy or a sad-looking eye. So, to counteract this, we have the kitten map. The kitten map is almost identical to the cat eye, but modified to lift the outer corner when it might otherwise droop. In this case, we take that outer corner portion, and instead of adding length, we taper it down to shorter lashes using about 3 more lengths. A doll eye map is going to create that wide-eyed effect, keeping the longest lengths above the middle of the eye and tapering down to the shortest lengths on both the inner and outer corner. This will create a rounded look that is great for narrower eyes. Lastly, we have the open eye map, created to really draw that eye open, with the longest lengths only above the iris of the eye and tapering down on each side, similar to the doll eye effect. With these lash maps, you can start customizing your client's looks, give yourself the best opportunity at providing symmetry from one eye to the next, and save yourself time by not having to guess what length should go where each time you isolate. I really hope this information helps you feel more confident in designing your custom lash sets. Later on in the series, we'll explore more advanced mapping techniques that allow you to create highly customized styles for your clients, so follow along and don't miss it. Next up in the series is classic lash application, and we will go over the step-by-step process of applying classic eyelash extensions. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and let us know your favorite mapping tips or questions in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.